Hi, this is Mahesh Ravi, and in this video, we're going to talk about what is utilitarian design. Utilitarian design is also called functional design, and it refers to a philosophy that prioritizes functionality over aesthetics. The primary goal of utilitarian design is to create products or systems that serve their intended purpose effectively than making it look pleasing for the customers. Let's take a quick example of what I mean by this. So you can see here an old vinyl record player, and you can see how the whole design is focused around aesthetics. It has a vintage, classy aesthetics, and the record player is it was a time where this was actually a showpiece than the actual function of listening to music. And then you can actually see this design right here, which is again the same vinyl record player, but you can see that the design itself is based on the objective of this, right? It is all related to the product's goal. The design is based on the product's goal of playing music, and the priority here is to play that music effectively. So you can see it has a very minimal aesthetic, and all the functions are easily available to the user. So some key characteristics here: that is focused on the product's objective. There are absolutely no distractions or frills, and you have complete access to the features of the product. Now, one of the key personalities that we should talk about when we are talking about utilitarian design is Dieter Rams. Dieter Rams is a product designer who brought in a lot of utilitarian concepts into his designs, and he soon became the most influential designers in the world. And his designs went on to influence Apple later in its product design. Currently, we are in this phase of utilitarian design called neo-utilitarian phase, which basically is an updation or an upgradation to utilitarian design where we are embracing the technology. We are also looking at the sustainability of the design. We are looking at ubiquitousness of the design, where this design can actually be used in multiple devices and platforms. And also, we are considering the user's experience in neo-utilitarian design, how the user feels while using the product and after using the product. You can see an example here of neo-utilitarian design where you can see the TV remote here, which is a classic TV remote, which has all the features. It's a utilitarian design. It is to the point of, or it is all the features of this product are made accessible to the user, and that is a subjective design, right? But when you look on the right side, you can see a modern TV remote where it's an objective design. It is the ideal way or the most efficient way the product should be used. So that's something that we upgraded in our utilitarian thought. When utilitarian design comes to digital media, think about the calculator apps that we used to have. Right, the style was called skeuomorphism when the design of the calculator was influenced by an actual calculator. After a while, when this new mediums emerged, the designs are changed from skeuomorphism to neomorphism, where it is a toned down minimal version of skeuomorphism. So you can still see the form factor of a calculator, but the details are very, very undertoned. But then again, it went through an evolution, and instead of the subjective design, they went with an objective design. And right now we have calculators which actually think about the user's advantage in using that product. So when you are in a computer system and when you're using a calculator app, it's actually much easier to type in the data rather than clicking on the calculator buttons. We don't actually want the handheld calculator experience when we are on a digital system. So then came this calculator that you see here. It's called Numi calculator, and where you can just write your problems and it will solve it for you. That's the most ideal way. That's an objective design. So let's take an example of utilitarian design, or let's take a look at how utilitarian design is affecting graphic design right now. Again, instead of aesthetics, so if you take a look at this example, so over aesthetics, it is actually prioritizing the functionality of this design. So you can see that the label of this design is functional, where it sort of gives you checklist on what is actually contained in this pizza box. I hope this actually makes sense to you. I would also recommend this guy and his YouTube videos on some amazing utilitarian design videos. Check that out, and I'll see you soon. Bye.